Hello, Marcia Howell from Surfer Girl and Elvis. Today we're doing a video podcast. For those of you who actually want to just listen to this, we'll have it available on Substack. But if you actually want to see baby Elvis eat some treats while you're hearing me talk, feel free to go to our website, surfergirlgallery.com, and we'll post it there. We'll put it under, gosh, where? It should go under Academy. We do a lot of, education when it comes to the cause that we've taken on, which is women artists. So I basically wanted to do this because last week we had this terrific event at DVF, and I had the honor of actually participating with a few groups that support women and women in the arts. And I did a little intro, and for some reason it didn't get recorded. And I was actually, it kind of, I thought, well, maybe that's because I need to do it again and do my little speech again, give it a whole new audience. The reason why I'm doing this is, I guess, and I was literally talking to a dear friend of mine about this, I actually don't like public speaking at all. This is like, I'm just pretending you're not there. It's just me feeding Elvis. I'm an introvert, but I have had to talk in public for my job. I worked in advertising for 2 decades. The way I prepare for those things, I prep, then rehearse something and kind of learn it by heart, and then I don't think about it and I just talk. But in this case in particular, I remember I was, preparing this little speech, and I couldn't stop rehearsing. And I was like, what's going on? Why am I so worried about what I'm gonna say? I've done this a million times. And it kind of dawned on me that it's the first time I actually had something pretty important to say. So that's the reason why I'm recording this again, because I think, I had something important to say, and I want you to hear it. I want as many people as possible to know about it, spread the word, and help make a difference. So I'll start with, why was Surfer Girl at DVF? Kind of an odd combination, right? So the way that happened is I actually went to an event at the Diane von Furstenberg. For those of you who are not into fashion, I'm wearing one of her creations, and I believe this is art, so thank you, Diane. I believe fashion, the good one, is wearable art. I actually went to an event in their space. When I mean their space, it's their store here in the Meatpacking for International Women's Day. Diane has this platform, it's called In Charge, and they organize events at the store and bring in speakers. And she also, if you go to the website, you'll see she also gives away some awards to women who are really making a difference in terms of promoting and diversifying the world and making sure, it's an equitable world for women. I just went to this event, was completely blown away by the quality of the speakers. Incredible women making strides in every area of the world and of life. And I also, Diane was there, and Deepak Chopra was there. And I got to listen to Diane, and then, Deepak gave us a meditation. So I came out of there floating pretty much. And so when someone who I had recently met, Kelly Grayler, shout out to my triple water sign soul sister now, contacted me literally the next day about doing something for NFT NYC. I literally could not say no. I was like, yes, I have no idea what we'll do, but yes. So it occurred to me, because our gallery doesn't open till next month. We're not in our space right now here in New York City. We also are, brick and mortar gallery. I was like, but wait a minute, we could do something at the DVF store maybe if I asked. So I did that. I got cheeky and asked a couple of women who were at this event if we could host something there, and they immediately said yes. So with that, in mind, we put together a panel of terrific speakers. Obviously, or maybe not so obviously for you who are listening, that week was NFT NYC in New York City. Is the fourth NFT NYC convention ever that's happened. More like the third, because the first one was during COVID lockdown. And so we wanted to spotlight women during this event. It turns out that most of the really fun stuff to attend during this week is actually satellite events. So we decided to do our own satellite event in the DVF space, and it was very, very exciting because, clearly for Supergirl in particular, it was just really great for more people to know about what we're doing. So I prepared this little speech before the panel, and I wanted to reenact it now. So basically, the reason why I went up there, I said, and I'm probably gonna go off script because I never say the same thing twice, nor do I paint the same thing twice. It's impossible. Try me. Ask me to do something again exactly the same way, I can't. I'm an impressionist. So basically, I got up there and I said, welcome. We had about 200 people that showed up. It's very exciting. And I said, welcome, thank you for coming. Thank you, DVF. Thank you, Joanna Puccio, Kirsten Garner. You guys are amazing. You kept saying yes. Thank you, thank you. I'm Marcia Howell. I'm the founder of Supergirl Gallery. We are New York's first gallery to represent emerging women artists. We're the first, we think. I don't know if anyone else. So if you do, please let me know. We hope there are many more to follow. We're also a marketing and branding consulting firm. We're basically an ad agency, but instead of doing advertising, we do artvertising, I call it. And I wrote a book about that. You can pick up a free copy on your way out if you like. I should have a book here to show you, but go check it out. It's at Barnes & Noble. Regardless, I said, this is not about me. I'm up here to talk about the art. So basically what we did is we had art in the space at the DVF store. We took over the store, but very elegantly. It's called an art takeover. To be exact, we had 13 physical art pieces in various mediums, photography, sculpture, mixed media, all in canvas. And then we also had digital art on the walls. So in total, I counted 15 women artists represented. The physical art also exists in the metaverse. Because Supergirl Gallery, we're helping women artists branch into the metaverse and mint their work for the first time. So everything had a tag on, had a QR code, and it said, everything is available, guys. It has a QR code on. One side says physical, and the other side says digital. And you can either acquire and collect the physical art piece, of which there's only one. In the case of most of it, photography, we do limited editions, but they're very limited, 5 or maybe 10 at most, but it's usually just 5 prints of that image, beautiful image that you see. And on the other side of the QR code, you literally have 2 QR codes, one for the physical piece to acquire that, and the other one to acquire the NFT. In some cases, some of the work wasn't fully NFT, but we could still send people to our spatial gallery, which is something a lot of people might not know, is that you can actually be in the metaverse and not have NFTs. You can just use the metaverse to display your work digitally, and it's a beautiful way to do that. So that's what we did. We had this beautiful artwork in the space, and you can go on to our Instagram, Supergirl NY. You can go check out our shop. You can go check out our virtual gallery. But I said, all of the artwork here today is available, and chances are the artist is in the room. Please flag me. I will help you connect with this person. You should get to know these women. It's amazing. Something extraordinary is going on in the art world. I'm the granddaughter of 2 women artists who did not sell an artwork in their entire lives. However, that's changing. Right now, 14%, 1/4 of gallery collections and of the art in museums as well. So it's both galleries and museums is women. So only 14%. And that's changing. It's already changing, and it's going to be 50% in my lifetime. You know, it's very exciting if you're right now interested in art, and I can't imagine that anyone is not. You actually can acquire this art. It's relatively affordable still because people haven't seen it. I truly believe that some of the artwork that we showed, if not all of it, that we showed at the DVF store last week will be at the Whitney, just a few blocks down the street. Why is it not there yet? Because people didn't even know these women existed because of the system hasn't just, you know, shown a light on women. So what I said was, you know, if you're a collector, you're going to want to snatch one of these pieces because, you know, you're going to kick yourself if you don't. I know I am collecting quite a bit myself. If you're a brand, you're going to want to ride with us because we're creating these new visual worlds that the world hasn't seen and will help your brand stand out. And if you're an artist, and this is very important, if you're an artist and you're listening to this, you're not alone. There are all these women riding the wave with you right now and changing the world. Because this is a historic moment, and it really did feel like it was a historic moment last week. And this is why I'm recording this again, because you can feel the energy shifting, and you know, it's exciting when you get to be part of a moment in history where everything is going to change. The art world is changing. How we actually beautify our homes is changing. How we look at the world is changing because of this tide of new art that, you know, had just been tucked away and hidden away is now coming finally to the surface, and we're all in awe of how beautiful it is. So that's pretty much what I said. I also wanted, very importantly, to thank all the women that made that event possible. And that's the reason why, you know, if you're listening to this and you're a woman artist or a woman entrepreneur, or just a woman, period, you're not alone. This change is coming about because there's a true sense of community among the women, that we're, you know, doing something important, and that the way to ride this wave is to actually support other women. So I could have not done this without my partner in crime, Carol Murphy. She's my chief metaverse officer, and she threw me head first into the metaverse. So it's all your fault, Carol. Es todo tu culpa. She was on the panel. I also want to thank Kelly Grayler, who already thanked, but Alice Riot is also a creational and art licensing company. They're doing terrific work to help bring women artists into the mainstream as well, and to work with brands. And we're very excited to be partners with them. And then the other artist that I met, and she's terrific, is Kadeen James. She literally is doing fashion shows in the metaverse, and you have to tune in for one of her runway shows. I was completely blown away. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to go to a Marc Jacobs runway show, and it's quite the experience, but I gotta tell you, your first metaverse runway show, oh boy. You know, I think every brand will be doing those very, very soon, and they're gonna have to work with people like Kadeen. You know, it's just the level of engagement, the stuff that you can do there, you know, those clothes are floating in the air. There's just, you know, gravity is not an issue in the metaverse. So definitely check out what her company is doing, because we're all gonna be in our VR headsets soon and attending all these amazing events. That's it. We had a panel hosted by Visible Women, and if you want to listen to that, there's a podcast. But yeah, as I said, if you're a collector, snatch some art now while you can. Come to our show. This is the other thing I did. I did little invites to our next Supergirl Gallery show. The theme is lightness. And all of our women have actually, they're in the process, some of them, of creating art under the theme of lightness. I invited everyone. It's opening May 18th. We'll have our opening reception at 2 Worthington here in New York City. And in the back, I had a QR code, which would allow you to connect to all these women organizations I have just talked about. I also want to thank again DVF, and you should check out their In Charge series. Their information was on the QR code as well. So yeah, so come. Support women artists, get some art, have some fun, and thanks for listening, and see you very soon. Take care. Besos. Bye.